Everyone, this is Ashley Tucker from My Favorite Things. I have a rainbow card to share with you today featuring some products from the brand new release. I started out this card by picking out 8 different colors of cardstock, and then I did a whole ton of die cutting. The dies that I'm using here are all from the My Neighborhood die set, which is a new die set that has all of these cute little houses. I really love this die set. As soon as I saw it, I was like, rainbow. Y'all know how I love to do rainbow cards. I think another really good idea for these houses would be to cut them all out in black and then put them up against a colorful background so they look like silhouettes. While I was die cutting all of the houses, I made sure to place all of the pieces in a little dish so that I didn't lose any of the roofs. Now, you can detach the roof part of the die from the house part, but I thought it would be a lot easier to keep them together. That way I know which roof goes with which house really easily. Now, because I decided to leave those dies attached, every time I did a die cut, I got 2 pieces, a house piece and a roof piece, and they're both the same color. Instead of cutting all of the houses out a second time out of a different color cardstock, I instead took some Copic markers in slightly darker colors and just colored over the roof. It saved me a lot of time. In order to find the color marker that I wanted to use for each of the different colors of cardstock, I took the negative of the die cut, so the piece that the house popped out of that I was going to throw away, I used that to swatch some different color markers that I thought might work, and I picked the one that I liked the best. Normally when I'm picking out Copic colors, I have a swatch sheet that I already have made up, but that is on white cardstock. So it's going to look slightly different when you color on the colored cardstock versus the white cardstock. So it's a good idea to use those colors in order to make your decision. Alright, so for my background, I'm using this Scattered Triangles background stamp, and because this is a rubber stamp, I needed to make sure to remove the foam pad from my misti before stamping. And I stamped that onto Neenah Solar White cardstock with a light gray ink. Next, I picked out a sentiment from the Write at Home stamp set, and I stamped that with VersaFine Onyx Black ink onto the background. And by the way, this panel is cut to be 3 3/4 by 5 inches. Now comes the fun part where we arrange and lay out all of those houses into our rainbow and then adhere them down. Now we do have quite a few houses here. There are 8 of them, and this is not a very big card. We're making an A2 size card with a border, so we don't have a lot of space to work with here. In order to create a really nice layout where everything fits and looks good, it's a good idea to arrange them all before adhering and pick out a layout that you like. Make sure that it all looks good, and then take a picture of it with your phone so that you remember it and you can start gluing them down in the right place. I used a combination of liquid adhesive and foam tape in order to adhere all of the houses so that I had a good mixture of dimension. So for the 3 houses that are on top of the houses in the background, those ones are popped up with foam tape so that it looks like they're closer towards you. I really like the way that they look all clustered together like this. It's like a crazy little rainbow neighborhood. Now, in the end, when I look at it, I do think that those houses are a little bit close to my sentiment. If I were to remake this card, I would push the houses all up just a smidge. But of course, that's just me being nitpicky. I used foam tape to pop up this panel onto an A2 size panel of slate gray cardstock. I then took out an A2 size card base, and I attached the entire thing onto that with some tape runner. Now, you could stop there and have a really nice, clean and simple rainbow card for somebody, but I always like to take it a step further, and lately I have been a little bit obsessed with these enamel hearts. I've been putting these on almost all of the cards that I've been making lately because I make a lot of rainbow cards and these are really great rainbow embellishments. So I just kind of placed them all over the place here. I thought it looked like this neighborhood was just full of love with all of these hearts all over it. And that's what you really want when you're moving into a new house. So I thought that that was really perfect for this card. After that, this card is all done and you have a really cute rainbow card to give to somebody moving into a new house. You could also easily change out that sentiment with any of the sentiments in the Write at Home stamp set. There's a lot of them that work perfectly with the dies. And not just for new home cards, there's a lot of different occasions that stamp set works for. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you really enjoyed this card design and that it gave you some ideas and inspiration. I hope to see you next time.